Let's make spicy red curry, Thai style, Kaeng Phet. I started by making my own homemade red curry paste. Here it's simmering in coconut milk, real coconut milk, nothing added. The chili paste is made from your choice of dried chili peppers and ginger, lemongrass, cilantro stems or leaves, lime zest, and I think that's about it. You can add galangal. If you don't have galangal, use more ginger. I have about 3 to 4 tablespoons of this chili paste simmering in coconut milk. I will also be adding in a broth. You can use whatever broth you like. It's going to be equal parts. So I have about 3 cups of coconut milk, which I simmer down the paste in first, and then later add in chicken broth. I just added in some raw carrots, which are take the longest to cook, and let those slightly soften before I add other vegetables. It's getting closer to being done, so I'm going to start making my rice, which will take about 28 minutes total. This is Thai style long grain rice, very fragrant, so I'm just adding it 2 cups in. It'll be 2 cups of rice to 2.5 cups of water. I'm going to wash it 3 or 4 times. And I'm also going to add in sesame oil, toasted sesame oil, just about 2 tablespoons, maybe a little less, and a pinch of sea salt. And letting that come up to a boil. While that's simmering, I'm going to check and see if it's reducing, and the carrots are almost done, not quite. And so I'm going to start layering my vegetables in, which will be sliced, washed bok choy. I'll be adding in some other vegetables, which I've already cooked, and you'll see. And I'm going to reduce the heat because it's already been reduced down in volume, and I don't want anything overcooked. Here I have some red shrimp, wild-caught red shrimp, which is frozen, and that'll take just a few minutes. We'll be adding this at the end for the person who wants shrimp in there. Here I have some trumpet mushrooms. Like I said, they've already been cooked down because they released a lot of water, and they were cooked in coconut oil, pure coconut oil. And here, those are the trumpet mushrooms again cooked in coconut oil. And this will go at the end. That is my Thai basil that I've grown myself. And here I'm going to try and harvest some seeds to grow some more. Here I've added some peas, frozen peas, and I'm throwing in the mushrooms. I'm going to stir these in. This is on very low now as the bok choy and the carrots continue to cook the right temperature. Here's the leftover chicken breast, which I made the day before. The shrimp is done, and now I'm going to check on the rice, which is done. It smells good, nice steamy fresh rice. I love the smell of rice, although my house is overtaken by the smell of the curry. I personally follow a mostly carnivore diet with healthy ingredients. Carnivore being about at least 70% animal products. But I do eat rice, and I'll show you as I plate up my serving when I'm done that I only eat a little bit of rice. Like I said, I eat 70% more animal products. So when I have carbs for the day, I literally take, that is a tiny wooden spoon, about 3 tablespoons of rice. If I eat too much rice, my blood sugar goes up. I'm only taking one of the shrimp because I only had a few left, and the shrimp is mainly for the person that wants to eat shrimp curry tonight. And then I added in a little bit of chicken, and now I'm going to generously add in the curried vegetables. You could add tofu to this. I've done that, and lots more mushroom. Make this vegan because the base of the curry is a vegan recipe already. And that's the Thai basil I'm topping it off with. And like everything else I make in my kitchen, everything here was freshly made. The only thing was frozen peas. I buy all my stuff organic, and my meats and proteins are all pasture raised and wild caught. These are leftovers for tomorrow. You can mix it with whatever you want. This portion is vegan, as I stated. And the hardest part about this dish was making that paste, but it was worth it. Bon appetit.